we reading today? Woohoo! Thomas! Alrighty, hi, it's me again. So, we've read this story 1,000,000 times, Thomas. So, let's give it a go. This story is about me, Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm the #1 engine on Sodor. I love to have adventures and try new things, but some things are not meant for engines. Thomas the Tank Engine loved working on his very own branch line. Annie and Clarabelle were Thomas's coaches. Annie could only take passengers, while Clarabelle could take passengers, luggage and the guard. The coaches were old and needed new paint, but Thomas didn't mind. Annie and Clarabelle were very special. Thomas's favourite place along the line was the river. Each time he rumbled over the bridge, he would look out for people fishing. Thomas often wished he could stay on and watch. What would the fat controller say if we were late, said his driver. Thomas still thought it would be fun to stop by the river one day, though. When he met another engine, he would say, "I want to go fishing." But they all told him the same thing. Engines don't go fishing. One day, Thomas stopped by as usual to take on water at the station by the river. But the water tower wasn't working. "Bother," said Thomas, "I'm thirsty." "Never mind," said his driver. "We'll get some water from the river." Thomas's crew found a bucket and some rope, and Thomas puffed back up to the bridge. The bucket was old and full of holes, and the crew pulled the bucket after bucket up and emptied the water into Thomas's tank as quickly as they could. "Splash! That's better," smiled Thomas, and he puffed away with Annie and Clarabelle rolling behind. Suddenly, Thomas began to feel an ache in his boiler. Steam hissed from his safety valve. "Whoosh! There's too much steam," said his driver. "Bust my buffers," cried Thomas. The crew dampened down his fire and Thomas struggled on. "I'm going to burst," he said. Thomas stopped just outside the last station and his crew uncoupled Annie and Clarabelle. Then Thomas slid into a siding. The guard went to phone an engine inspector while the driver found some signs. He put them in front of and behind Thomas. "Danger, keep away," the signs read. Soon the inspector and the fat controller arrived. "Cheer up, Thomas," they said. "We'll soon put you right." "The feed pipe is blocked," said the inspector, checking Thomas. "I'll just look in the tanks." He climbed up and peered inside. "Take a look at this, sir," said the inspector. So the fat controller climbed up. He looked inside and nearly fell off the ladder in surprise. "Inspector," he said, "there are fish in the tank." "We must have fished them from the river with our bucket," said Thomas. Oh. "So, Thomas, you have been fishing," said the fat controller. "We must get those fish out right away." The crew took turns at fishing in Thomas's tank while the fat controller watched and shouted instructions. Thomas felt very funny with the fish wriggling and jiggling in his tank. When all the fish were caught, the fat controller, the inspector, and Thomas's crew had a lovely supper of fish and chips. That was delicious, the fat controller told Thomas. But engines don't go fishing. You must promise not to do it again. I promise, sir, said Thomas. Fishing is much too wriggly. That's the end. We love Thomas. We love it. Okay. Hope you liked that story. See you soon. Love you. Bye.